All right. Well, back again, and this time we have a special guest star with us, Mr.
It's me,
Maury.
Brian.
And D&D
Oh.
Brian is here,
Ah,
as always.
Hello.
And then
I'm
our
a special guest and a regular guest. I can be two things.
both guests. And then I guess our
Also
third
Maury.
guest, that's going to be Maury, who's also from our D&D game, but it's pretty cool. He does a lot of
Everyone here
Twitch
knows him.
streaming. Check him out at Sergeant Brown 5252.
Yes.
Yeah, SGT Brown BROWN 5252 at Twitch.tv. There's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool games, and you'll see him playing some D&D with us on Saturdays. So,
It's a good plug.
isn't it? But now,
If you want to see any of my recordings, just hold your head under a bucket of water.
yeah,
Because my channel's dead.
yeah, but we can always go back and check him out, like the Sekiro playthrough that features D&D Brian on the sticks for Game Over Guys on YouTube. And they got a whole bunch of content and some pretty crazy stuff with Brian and Dan doing voiceovers for some text games and a lot of cool content. Wasn't it,
what are we dishonoring today? Is it our ancestors?
we might. I think we're actually right in the middle of a battle last time we dropped off. But for anybody else watching this, it's been like, what, a month since we played? So...
No time has passed.
I don't think much has happened in the story yet, but hopefully we can get through a little bit of it tonight. So here we go.
I know a bit about Dishonored, so hoping my memory comes back. Oh, I know where y'all are. Okay.
Yeah, we're like
Alright,
right.
Edit that all out.
All right.
No, the whole intro. We start right here.
This is it now. This is where we live.
It's just Flox, Sarge, and Brian name.
And Brian name. D&D Brian.
Oh, that's terrible.
Why is it terrible? It's so
No one wants to be
apt.
called that.
Oh, okay. Black Garlic Brian. You could do that.
That's becoming weirdly true. Everything I post on social media is just, I made more black garlic in food because I made so much black garlic I will never get out of it.
So I guess we got to go in here for something, and then Wall of Light down there. I guess we're going in here. Go off on an adventure to Galvani's office.
How's it like actually knowing how to cook?
Oh my god.
Because
It's like so much fun and you have so much power.
like I know how to bake.
Like when you
but
have...
when it comes to me cooking, it's like
Oh,
toss
yeah,
something
I
in an air
bake.
fryer. That's about it.
That's not the wrong attitude.
What's an air fryer?
Oh
the,
boy.
the most useful thing in the kitchen.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
incredibly magic. It's you put anything in it and it becomes out delicious.
I'm
Yeah.
so dead.
it's basically frying without the grease. So.
I think it's like no
Okay.
time has passed in Dishonored.
Exactly. Just watch me die again. That's
And like
fun.
I usually will do air fried fish. Is what the thing I usually air fry.
Because it basically takes the oil that you would be deep frying with and it aerosolizes it and blows it around with a fan. So all that hot oil just gets coated on all the surfaces to help fry food.
Okay.
So it uses a lot less oil, which ends up being good for you. And, you don't have a boiling vat of oil
Yeah.
that you have to
and
worry
mine,
about
the one I have in the
into.
kitchen
Yeah.
drains the grease, so makes it even cleaner.
Ooh. That's
Yeah,
always the
it's
biggest thing I'm worried about is like where I'm going to dispose of the grease besides like paper towels and Dixie cups and then fucking
Oh,
trash
you'll
can.
like this one. Just take like an empty can you have in the house, just cut the top off of it and pour it in there and let it just solidify and throw it away.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea.
That's what. Because I drink so many cans of everything.
Yeah, I burned through
So I
so
just-
many solo cups with hot grease. I can't even tell you.
Yeah, but just get like an aluminum can, cut the top off with scissors, and you're fine.
I'm trying to think of what the
Oh, there you
last
go.
thing I air fried was. Oh yeah, I air fried shrimp.
Ooh.
Um,
Do you do anything to the shrimp,
yeah,
like
I,
dredge it in flour
what
or
I
something?
did was when I make shrimp, I I don't use salt no more. I used like I forget what the spice is, but it's like a garlic and herb spice that I use, and then I toss the shrimp in that and olive, and not olive oil, like I think olive oil, and then I throw them in the fryer and that's it.
Yeah. That is 100% how cooking works.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean,
It
you
just
know how to
takes
cook
time.
already.
I just did my experimenting and I found out that tastes good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is totally magic. And
That's
I love
literally
being able to
cooking.
look at any
It's the same way I
food
do baking.
and be like, I can make this.
Right.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, so I made the black garlic cornbread chili
oh my god.
today. Oh, it was so good. Basically,
Yeah.
you just make like skillet chili, right? And you just make it however you like it. Works just fine. And then you like whisk up some cornbread batter
Right.
and you put it on top of the chili and then you bake the whole thing. So you just put like the raw batter on top, you bake it for a half hour, and all of the cornbread batter like leaches down to the bottom of the pan, but it stays on top as well. So when you take it out, you have a solid piece of cornbread with an entire pan of chili baked inside of it. So you cut it like a loaf, and you take a bite out of like this cornbread, and it's just filled with chili.
That sounds pretty
That's
good.
the last thing I baked.
So like
God. Haven't baked in a minute.
cornbread.
No, I baked. I think. What was the last thing I did? I think it was either I made snickerdoodles or it was like a pie for some event. I don't know.
Ooh, I love you some snickerdoodles.
My snickerdoodles look like trash, but they taste good, which is all I care about. So.
I will say this: being able to bake a pie has been like the sole source of me getting dates in the last year and a half. Because every single date I've had, even during the pandemic, it was like, they could say like, oh, you're a teacher, or you have a cat, or you were on a radio show, and it's like, no, I see you can bake pie.
Yeah.
Can we have pie?
I like.
And like, I always have to say yes because I fucking love pie.
I like doing the complicated crap.
I
Though.
mean-
Like the most complicated thing I think I've ever baked was like a Japanese cheesecake.
What is a
Ooh,
Japanese?
They're
cheesecake?
basically
They're like tall souffles.
they're pillows pretty much. Cheesecake pillows.
Oh.
And let me tell you, if you can make a cheese or like a souffle, you can make anything in cooking. It just takes the right tool. You know,
That's
with
the thing
right
that I
kind of
always
pan
have
and
problems with.
stuff.
I just don't have the equipment, so I'm always just winging it. Like
Yeah, that's something you build up over
with
time.
the Japanese
Yeah.
cheesecake, I didn't have a pan that was tall enough, so
Oh,
I took
yeah.
a pie pan and then I took a baking sheet and just wrapped the edges.
Oh, there you
And
go.
then poured the batter in, so the batter was holding the baking sheet up, basically. And it worked out well enough.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like cooking is so much fun, and really, you just get what you need one part at a time. And my biggest secret was I would just go to thrift stores and just find shitty versions of what I was looking for until I could actually afford good ones. Like you find like a good piece of rusty ass like cast iron, and you just like sandblast it or scrape it down until it's clean, and then you reseason it, and now you've got like this awesome, piece of hardware where you can get like a char on any meat you're eating. And I just cook everything in that pan. I do not clean it.
Yeah, and you don't need to clean it. Just a little paper towel wipe out, and you're good to go.
I just knock the bits of whatever I made last in there, and every like third meal is going to be bacon to just keep it nice and slick.
I probably have a cast iron pan somewhere in there, because like most of the stuff in there is like my mom or my grandma, so they probably have one. I also have my own set because I cooked enough to where I was like, I'm going to get my own stuff because I'm tired of using y'all's old scratched up crap.
Yeah, the scuffed pans.
Yeah.
Like
But yeah, cast iron is like immortal.
the moment that I started seeing egg cooking in like a scratch in a pan, I was like, okay, I'm done with this. Get rid of it. I don't want it.
Yeah, that's no good. That's why I only cook in my cast iron now.
It's also why
I still
I'm
have
it's
all
why
my
I'm
other
also scared
pants.
for when roommates, because I swear if someone scratches one of my pants, I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
yeah,
once you
because you
start,
can't even keep Teflon. Once
yeah,
it scratches.
once you start scratching that non-stick, it's no good after that.
Like I remember my one roommate from a while back had hired a maid to like do some cleaning around the apartment because he refused to do cleaning, and she ended up taking my cast iron and like putting it in the sink, and she left it soaking. And I was like, I'm gonna murder this bitch. Like I fucking caught it before it got all rusty, and I didn't have to like hit it with an angle grinder to clean it up.
Right.
But like for
Well,
real,
like to someone
I
who doesn't
murdered
know
that
what
bitch.
they are for, like it looks like a dirty pan. That's what it looks like.
Right.
Yeah, I know. But either you're like from too high of a social class or too low of a social class, because that's like it's the middle ground that doesn't know what the fuck cast iron is. Like rich ass white people love cast iron, and then like poor ass third world immigrants love cast iron in my experience.
Yeah.
And then there was this one person who was from like middle class, and they didn't have any fucking clue what it
Right.
was. I was
All
like,
they care about is non-stick because you know that's what everybody else wants and covets, and it's like, nah, you're missing out on the cast iron. It's too heavy.
No, I could throw this in a burning building and cook food with it. That's why I love it.
The thing about my family is just
Ooh,
that we're all
wow.
too lazy to really cook most of the time.
Yeah.
I get that.
But that's why my favorite meals are like crock pot cooking.
Oh yeah, that's my
stuff,
mom.
where it's
That's
just
my mom
literally
too. She'd rather just take out a big pot and just toss stuff in there.
right. Or start everything in one pan, and once it gets all nice and bubbly, just throw it in the crock pot and let it go for like 10 or 12 hours on its own, and come back to it, and it's like, all right, this is delicious.
Ooh, I gotta share my slow cooker beef bourguignon recipe with you.
Yeah, it's a beef bourguignon.
It's so good. It's like 500 pieces of thyme and like a bottle of wine. And then you just throw brisket in there, and it comes out, and it is like, this is a meal you can cook to like shame your friends if you make it. Like 50% of my meals, I will go out of my way to find something really technical and amazing just to shame everyone I'm feeding into being like, I will never cook anything this good. It's like, damn right you did.
That's right.
Oh,
Oh,
there's your safe
287.
combination.
So remember 287.
I
That's for the safe
I
downstairs.
shall write it down.
There you go. Good man.
The other thing about cooking for me is just that I usually don't have all the ingredients, or I don't want to spend the money for the ingredients.
Yeah.
Like I'll do it with family, and that's pretty much the only time. That's like the deal I struck with my parents, where like I'll come over and cook for them on the weekend if they buy all of the stuff on my like ingredient list, and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, listen, you're gonna make us restaurant level food, like we'll buy it. And it's like, cool.
Right.
You guys want to do steak? And they're like, yes.
I
Cool,
did
I
the
have
same thing with my
balsamic
parents. That's what I just did with that the chicken broccoli recipe, and after I made it, and my dad was like, "Oh my god, I'm craving chicken broccoli now." I was like,
Yep.
"All right, well, buy me all this stuff. I'll make you a big batch," and I made him like 2 pounds of it to fucking take over. And then that was also
sounds
my my mother-in-law's Mother's Day present was the chicken broccoli. So
That's
2 for
that's what happened
almost.
when I made the pie. I think it was for like Christmas or something. I made the pie for us to take to the family Christmas.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's right. How was
Yeah.
No, I was sorry, Thanksgiving. That's what you did, right? Or you left for Thanksgiving, right?
Usually it's either Christmas or Thanksgiving, one or the other. We don't. Our family doesn't
Okay.
gather on both, just because my mom can't handle
But-
the family that much.
Yeah.
This is very
But
relatable.
I think it was like not the last Christmas, it was the Christmas before. I made a pie for the event. And yeah, this year it was
Nice.
Thanksgiving.
What kind of pie was it?
I was thinking it was an cinnamon apple pie.
Oh, there you go.
And I was just surprised by how it turned out, just because I didn't know how to make a pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get the hang of like rolling crusts and you can figure out like what crusts work for you, like it gets so much easier.
Oh,
Usually
yeah.
if the recipe is good,
I do a
like if I can
simple
find a
pastry
decent
crust.
recipe online, I'm fine. Though some of these recipes will just use terms I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to apprentice under my mom, who had like secret pie knowledge all her life.
It's so true, man. Like, those parents and grandparents that just have like little tricks of the trade, that like nobody else, even in professional kitchens, would know. And it just comes out delicious.
My mom's secret food
Yeah,
knowledge
well-
is throw stuff in a pot, and then my grandma literally does not remember how to cook anymore because she hasn't cooked in like a decade or two because of my mom.
287.
287.
Yeah.
287. Nice.
Da 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 da.
Da da da. Ooh, ingots. 200 gold in there. All right.
That's money in your pocket.
Hell yeah. And this place has been
Yeah.
slaughtered. We are good to go.
You know what knowledge? secret food
You can make all the
knowledge
noise
I
you
have
want.
It's just that honey works good if you need something to stick. Like I remember
Makes
back
sense.
when I realized, oh yeah, sugar. I probably shouldn't be eating this much sugar. I started using a lot of honey, and
Yeah.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I would make I forget what they're called. They're like sand cookies or something like that. I forget exactly what they're called.
Ooh.
But I would replace most of the ingredients.
Not sugar cookies.
No, not sugar cookies. They're specifically called like sand cookies or something like that. But like I would replace most of the ingredients with honey.
You don't mean pecan sandies, do you?
No.
My God, Francine. My God, these pecan sandies. Oh my God.
Okay, there are regular cookies just called sandies. I'm guessing they take the pecans out. It's just butter, sugar, water, vanilla,
Yeah, they're
flour.
like
No, this one does have pecans.
they kind
You
of
got
melt
me.
in your mouth. Is what they do. Like they melt and they become
Like a
and they become
meringue?
real grainy in your mouth, and then they
Ooh.
continue melting away. But I remember I tried making them, and I was like, oh, I don't have butter. I don't have none of these ingredients. I don't have the what's it called, like the oh my god, some of the sand cookies I've seen take molasses, and I was like, I don't have molasses. Why would I have that?
Yo, molasses can be really worse though.
And so,
Yeah.
or like brown sugar, something I don't normally have either. So I just used honey, and so they were basically
Well,
Oh, I always have it stopped.
they were sand cookies.
That's funny because
like,
brown sugar
half
is
the-
just sugar with molasses in it.
yeah.
Yep.
Like so, like it was basically sand cookies with like half the calories. So I didn't use brown sugar or molasses or nothing. Which is how I usually
Definitely
most of the time
worth the
find,
investment though.
It's how I most of the time find good combinations because I'm just trying to either I don't have the ingredient or I'm trying to make something that isn't as bad for me.
Yeah. And you can get away with that a lot of times with the natural sugars. Like I've been trying to cut out most sweets and just buying like fruit salads for stuff. And sometimes you get lucky with like fruit that's actually ripe. But most of the time it's just like cantaloupe and honeydew, but it still hits that sweet tooth,
When it comes to
At least
fruit
for
for my
me.
sweet tooth, I was like, for me, it's like, it used to be apples, but then I got weak gums, so apples just cut up my gums. So it's
Yeah.
usually pears that I use if I feel like dealing with fruit that can go rotten in a few days.
Yeah, I just had some crazy pears. I forget the name of them, but it's like I'd never heard of it before. And
Andrew?
no, there was something. It was like
Asian
fricassee or some shit. It was like some crazy name that I've never heard of for a pear, but it was so good.
I like it. I definitely love Asian pears though, for like how crispy and juicy they are.
Yeah,
Like
like
they really don't.
this
they
looked
don't
like
follow any rules.
it was like almost like a bottle of Merlot, kind of like this real dark purple with like spots of like gray on it almost, and it was
Pear
just
sounds forbidden.
it was right, and that's why I was like, oh, I need.
That's
this.
about the only
It was
type of thing
so
that
good.
I taught my mom when it comes to foods. Like I know how to spot good vegetables and fruit, basically.
That's a good
Yeah.
good thing to know, man.
It's like when I'm at the grocery store, I'll
It is
usually
the
just
first step.
browse and see if there's anything I'm like, that looks pretty good. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll usually, whenever I'm cooking
Whoa.
like a new meal,
Whoa, guy.
he don't like you.
Okay, I guess we gotta
You're not
go.
supposed to be here.
We gotta go secret,
Go up.
secret time.
Secret squirrel. But yeah, like I'll learn to cook with one new ingredient at a time. Like once you know how to cut onions and garlic, then you move on to like peppers, or you learn to like add avocado. And I'll just
Right.
find dishes that are like variations of these things, so I
Right.
can learn like one ingredient at a time. And then over time, you know, I'll find new ways of like how to introduce it to a dish, like, you know, depending on cooking the kind of meat or anything like that. But having a teammate makes 100% of the difference.
Oh yeah.
Like having someone that you cook with regularly, and for me that was my mom. Like she had all this kitchen knowledge, but she was obsessed with like diet fads.
Huh.
So she like big. She's an Italian mom, so she was always like, you know, you know, low salt in all your cooking, and no fat. You can't have fat in any food, and instead of butter, everything's margarine.
Really?
So all
Not
of those
olive
like
oil?
weird. It was all of those weird cooking superstitions, and margarine is olive oil.
Yeah. It's fair.
But yeah, so like it was a lot of like low flavor, low texture kind of foods. Like if we were gonna have broccoli, it was boiled broccoli.
Yeah.
My mom went through a phase like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so when I brought her back to cooking, when I was like, Mom, we're gonna cook with fat and butter and nothing else. I was like, I just want buttered fat for dinner and fry some dough in it. Like, and she's like, this tastes amazing. It's like, I know.
Doesn't it
That's
though?
Like, it's
Like,
worth it.
I remember my mom went through
I
that
might
phase
live a few fewer years.
because usually for most of my life it's been me and my mom, my grandma, and so usually if my mom goes through a phase, my grandma goes through the same phase with her. And so when she went through the health
Right.
phase, I had no choice but to eat whatever the hell they came up with.
Ugh.
And so there was like a week,
Yeah.
there was like
We're
a week or
having
two
unseasoned
where
noodles.
they got real into juicing, and it was just
Oh.
these, and like it was like one meal a
Crap.
day. It's a cup of green slop, and I'm like,
Oh,
please
shit.
no. And that's all I had for like a week or two, and I remember the pain I went through.
Yeah. Green sloppy
That's
waiting
juice.
waiting
Like,
all day for something that don't even taste good just to fill my stomach.
Yeah.
I think I'm fighting with a whiskey bottle.
I think he was.
Oh,
And then I cut his head off. And the rats
sorry,
ate him.
Riddle. Oh, look out.
Yeah, I'm getting out of there.
That's my people.
This stupid thing.
That trap did not go off successfully.
No. It hit me once and then just like killed the rest of them.
Because I saw, if you look back, you said trigger instead of disarm.
Oh shit, yeah.
So yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So it's like, okay.
I think he's had to
Where's
So
jump
maybe
over
just
it.
hop that. Or teleport.
Well, that didn't work.
Well, you didn't get shot this time.
Yeah, that's true. That guy did though.
Well, he should have learned.
Should have done
I'm trying to think
learn
of what
lesson.
phase my mom's going through right now. I think it's just trying a bunch of different foods, especially since she moved to Ohio, so she gets to test stuff all up there now. And it's been the same.
That's
with
the
me.
best way to do it, really, is just go on a bender of trying all kinds of different stuff and see what sticks. And it's like, all right, I could add this from this place and this type of cooking and this ingredient and try something new. And then sometimes you make this delicious bomb-ass dish, and then sometimes it's just so bad.
It's one of the really nice things about living in Texas because there's so many different cultures here. So like you go south, and
yeah.
the further south you go, the more the Mexican culture comes in, and you just start seeing a bunch of Mexican foods. Like we have these things called HEBs, which are basically big grocery stores that everybody goes to. And if you go to one on the
Right.
border, you're gonna find some amazing Mexican food and just Mexican ingredients and all that in the HEB. And I remember going down to the border
Yeah.
once and just going to an HEB. I'm like, what is this new place?
Like some
Because
real
like, it was
hock and
it was
cheese
real
and
Mexican
stuff.
candy, all the Mexican
Yeah.
ingredients. It was great.
Ooh.
Understandable. That's my one great regret about living in the Philadelphia area. Like we don't get a lot of like good Latin cooking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like we've got a shit ton of Irish food and Italian food and German food, which is good, but I love me some tacos.
Yeah, there is a good place. There's like one good place in downtown Philly that I've been to, and we would go for when we had Comic-Con, and then like drive the extra 30 minutes downtown, and then I just can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head. My dad might know though.
If it for me, it's
But,
like
oh,
if
man.
it ain't Latin or like just old Texan, it's gonna like it's either there. It's usually that, but sometimes we get German, just because there are a few like German families in Texas still around that
Right.
moved
Okay.
originally.
Well, they made it.
They baked it.
But like that's a weird thing because like there are
Ah!
some families that still speak like the old German in Texas because they moved to Texas. So if they go to Germany and try to speak the German that they know, they won't understand them.
Americans.
Oh no, these rats
Yeah.
are gonna kill
I
me.
have all sorts of family members from
Well,
all over
you
the
kill
place.
them.
Like
Or climb that
half
chain.
of my a part,
Climb
a good
all
part of my
those
family
chains.
came from California, and then we have a few parts of my family are just like they've been ranching in Texas for decades, and then we just have family members who are Mexican or just some sort of Spanish. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I know my aunt. My aunt's Hispanic. I know that.
Wait.
And I know there's some other lady. I'm not sure how she's related to me. I see her at family reunions a lot, and she has a pair of
Right.
twins. Like, they don't tell me this stuff. All right. Like, I'm young enough to where I don't get told this stuff. Like, they just expect me to know everybody.
Like, I don't mind him. He'll just
Like,
play
hey,
on
you
his
remember this person?
Switch.
No.
Nope. Well, that's your third cousin twice removed who remarried your second uncle. Blah blah blah. You know, it's like, all right.
Hey, do you remember
cool.
this person?
Did
Hey,
they
they're
bring
not part of your
anything
family at
good?
all. They're just a family friend. No.
They baptized you. It's like, what? I don't remember that.
Who are these people? I don't know you, stranger danger.
Like, there's only about I think there's only like 5 family members that I really remember who aren't just part of my family group. And so like I know
Can you not find your way into this still?
And I need the master key, but nobody.
Did you check all those dead guys?
Well, the rats were
Made dead?
chasing me. I'm just double checking to see if I left it on the ground somewhere, but I think somebody outside
I don't
has
remember
it.
if it's this game, but I do remember that there's an ability that you can get in one either this one or the second one that helps deal with the rats.
Oh yeah, you can like
That's
possess
true.
them and stuff, but
I think you just killed them all.
I just
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Great job.
Thanks.
Like-
That was a pouch, but
Yeah.
I have 2 uncles.
so I think I gotta
that
go
are-
outside and get the key.
One of them's just a general,
Yeah.
like he just does odd jobs all around the country.
You can jump over that, I think.
Unless there's a key in there.
But I know one of them's a trucker, and every now and then he'll go to Louisiana and just bring back gumbo. And it's like,
Just jump onto that balcony. That's all you gotta do. You big lazy bones.
Well, we'll see. We'll
Look,
see.
you're on the other side of the door.
We'll
I'm
see.
glad you're paying attention to
Look
the
at
game. 'cause
you.
I'm
Yeah, but this
totally
isn't the right door.
I did a full ghost throw on this game, so all of this is just encoded in my bones.
Yeah.
Now turn into rat.
I don't have one though, but now I know how to make
Can you
their
teleport?
stuff. Ooh. I can make their
they're
recipe.
just
Oh wait, no, we
wandering
do
down
have
the sugar water.
teleport. That's right, but I think I still need
Yeah,
the
you
key.
might be able to go up above a thing to get over that.
Mm.
You just gotta look up.
Oh, there we go. There's the key. Okay. Oh no,
All right.
that's not
you want to do
teleport.
next time?
No, let's get into this room at least. Because I know the people have been
Whoa.
screaming like, just fucking the key's right there. Just get
Well,
the
no,
key.
there's more food to talk about.
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we'll.
Maury's family cooking.
Okay, we used the key. Now we'll do next time. Find out what's going on. All right. Oh shit!
Bye,
28
everybody.
minutes. Bye, everybody.
See ya.